Nate Koopman. Picked up the B-main win there. Checked his box. He'll start inside of row 9. The 221 to his outside is Donovan Beecham out of Powdersville, South Carolina. 10th row to the inside, Josh Lang Jr. out of Delphi, Indiana, the 17 junior. To his outside, the 13B out of Keokuk, Iowa's Josh Barnes. 11th row on the inside, Pete Doxey in the 28B out of Otsego, Michigan. To his outside out of Beattyville, Kentucky, the 3C is Clint Cox. Final row on the inside, the 17X out of Walford, Iowa's Corey Crispin. To his outside, Dover, Delaware, the 2A is G. Lowman. That is your 24 car starting field, 30 laps the distance here. Hornet Calamity. Mike Knuckles, are we ready to go?
I'm telling you, big boy, I'm looking over this list. It's just got me all tore up because all these guys have been quick all week long. Like each individual features, they've been quick, and now they're all in one race.
Well, we had B-mains, 4 of them, 15 car fields. We took 2, so we had 60 cars near. Didn't make the show.
That's tough. And there was nose to tail on all the consoles. It shows you how close all these fields right here are.
There's no bums in the Hornet field here tonight. 24 going to take the green flag. We get set to go. Rack them and stack them 2 by 2.
Roll the top end up there just a little bit.
Yeah, he was listening to you.
We just keep doing it just a little more. Let the modifieds compact it down and push it on up.
Couple laps around for each class. Anytime we get a chance under caution, we'll be cleaning oil later on.
All of them. They were jumping the nurdles in the console.
Hurdle the durdles.
I got to call them turtles last night.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, caution lights are on. Just shoot the fireworks off.
Hey, you can't really see it on the screen right there. That 221 car, who is this guy? He just showed up on Thursday.
Donovan Beecham, Powdersville, South Carolina.
He just showed up on Thursday, ran one prelim night, made the feature, and then just dominated that console.
Absolutely. Threw the big slider at the daily double.
Yes. This guy's going to be somebody to look for.
Jesse May with the drone shot there on the front straightaway, looking at your starting field. We let the track prep crew take one more gander to the bottom side of the inside of the durdles down to 3 and 4. Make sure we get the place moistened up nice and good.
Big shout out to Jesse there. He works his tail off. He runs up and down these back steps continually all night long, changing batteries in the drone, trying to find it when it crashes. Man, it's pretty cool getting to see how he does that.
Ain't nobody gooder than Jesse.
No. Hey, real quick, I haven't really gave no shout outs besides my family and stuff, but there's a big group chat that we all have with a bunch of racers, and they know who they are and who they're talking about, and they've fed me information all week long and praised me. So I want to thank those guys.
Dwayne Keith, welcome. Where you been?
Doing stuff.
Doing stuff.
We was about to be sad because I think we was going to miss the WrestleMania main event right here. I'll have you here.
Oh man, y'all were way too kind.
Oh man,
definitely. Shout out to James Scooby Kelso for tuning in. Also my buddy Stephen O'Hearn. Thank you for tuning in. Miss Renee Gibson. A lot of us North family representing, of course, Tennessee. Ben Wells right here in the building representing well for out of Milton, Georgia. Thank you for coming out. Kyle Living Good, Gene Leffler.
Kyle
Thank
Living
you. Yeah, I know, right? I like Kyle.
Living legend.
Yes, sir. Gene Leffler from North Carolina, my good friend up there. Thank you for tuning in. And Mr. Eric Bloffelty, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you. Happy retirement to your dad, and super happy retirement for your dad, Mr. Kurt. And also appreciate everyone in the Berlin, Pennsylvania area tuning in and watching. And shout out to Mama Nancy up there as well, tuned in.
Hey, ain't that your pops down there? I met him over there in the booth.
Better been nice.
Hey, I was. Very nice fellow.
Absolutely, brother, yeah.
My kids are there talking his ears off.
Big Dwayne, Big Pops is there. Gotta give a shout out to Miss Doris Taylor and her grandmother, Marissa. Miss Doris Taylor, thank y'all for tuning in and watching here on XR Plus this evening for the final night of the Carl Custer Bristol Dirt Nationals. Looks like we're about to get some action here there, gentlemen.
We're throwing a little water up on the top here. Might be good. Just listening to us talk up here, so we'll throw some water out. We're going to roll this stuff down.
bunch of people with them, especially in the back gates. It was a promoter's dream for this class as well. But they always put on a show 2, 3, 4 wide, whatever you want. These boys and girls got.
Wesley's got the flag in hand. Looks like he's going to show up the one to go signal as they come under the stripe. Next time by, we'll go under the green. It'll be 30 laps the distance for the Hornets. Half the cylinders, twice the fun.
I love that, my friend. They're going to come in, of course, like I said, this spot on the go signal. As we have the tallest fields in the nation, right here on the high banks of Bristol Motor Speedway. Big John Wyndham, little brother Walker Wyndham, Brandon Gibson Jr., Old Gibby, Brandon Dalton. Wow, Nate Koopman, Josh Lake Jr. I mean, the stars of stars, and this is no joke, my friends. The best of the best have came here to the highway.
That is the 54 car. Wow. And outside front row starter, the 54, Brandon Dalton, getting the contact, turn around. He'll catch the safer barrier on the end of the concrete on the exit of turn 2. And we are under VP Racing Fuel's caution flag for the first time here in our Hornets A main feature event.
Dalton's been really fast, too. That's kind of very unusual to see him get in that kind of predicament, man. Him and John Wyndham and Brandon Gibson Jr., all three were just down there talking, having a good time, and I pulled up and interviewed them, and things got a little hairy. You're going to have to go to our Facebook page as well as the site, check out that pre-race interview with John Wyndham, Brandon Gibson Jr., and Brandon Dalton. It is a hoot. Those guys really know how to have fun and get together. Basically, what a lot of stuff yeah, I know, bro. You still good with me, though, man.
Welcome back to the broadcast.
Shout out to
Just need some setup stuff. Sorry about that, guys.
And here we go on the Henry repeating arms instant replay of Brandon Dalton. He gets just a little help off turn 2. He slid down and he did make contact with those barrels down there in the infield by turns number 2. We had a bad accident with that earlier this week as well, and it took him a little while to get that cleaned up, and it was a hard hit for that driver as they had to also go to the infield care center. That's something I ain't got used to yet, saying infield care center at a dirt track.
Ain't that awesome, though?
It is.
We're lucky if we can get an infield ambulance.
It is, right?
Man, Hornets, we've been talking about it all day. We've been jacked up for this. Hornets, half the cylinder, twice the fun. Fabulous flying 4-cylinder.
Should be the slogan for XR.
I'm putting it on a t-shirt. Barry, write it up.
Let's roll it. Half the cylinders, twice the fun. I like it.
That's right on, man. That's why you're part of this crew, and looking forward to working with you throughout the entire season here with the XR Super Series and the many events that it will bring you. Of course, America's Dirt Chief, Mr. Mike Knuckles.
Might do some t-shirts today.
Yeah, see?
Larry back in dirt.
There you go. I'll make sure you hit me up on that, brother.
Back to the initial starting line. No lap score complete. Get that from race control. No lap score complete. We'll go back to our original lineup. A big 2x2 heads up with no lap scores. 30 laps the distance as the caution lights, I believe, will go out down the back straightaway.
Man, oh man.
I'm right twice a day. Now I'm out.
their way in, and the second is set based off members of the current Valvoline Ironman South Series points. So, wow, big shakeup, and it's almost kind of like deja vu, because last Saturday he had issues when he got caught up with Tim McCready, and now he's got even a worse infraction of being docked 2 spots, putting him out and putting him into a B main.
Mike, can you explain to us, the folks at home, the droop rule, or at least a general layman's understanding of what that means?
Yeah, so the droop limiter is when the car is up in the attitude, up in the air, there's a chain that is connected to the axle tube in the frame. Now we have a rule when you come in after the race is over, they jack the car up, and when both back tires come off the ground, we measure from the ground to the bottom of the spool. 51 inches is the highest it can possibly be. Now, I don't know if that's what was wrong with Chris, if he was over the height, or they're saying droop limiter infraction. It could have been he had a different kind of biscuit in there, which that's the cushion in the chain. Just a couple of possibilities could have been there.
So definitely thank you for, I love how you're able to use basic layman's terms to explain a lot of these rule infractions and things that are going on. And it keeps us up informed. He is still in the A main, I stand corrected. He is still in the A main, but he's going to be pretty much dropped down to the 12th starting position. So again, back in that position where he's starting deeper in the field.
Last Friday he dominated just like he did last night. Last Saturday he started mid-pack and he went ran mid-pack. So that also could have implications in his championship bid.
Huge implications. Absolutely.
We all thought he was just going to walk away with it. Now he starts in the middle of the pack and down starts a little further in front.
Man, oh man, just a quick update here. Donovan Beecham in the 221. We're about to go green here. The rest of the field will give you that update on Donovan Beecham. He is out here in this Beecham race. And he's got doesn't like. Nope, he's still going, so okay.
The 84 too, yeah, come on, take
Gotcha.
You got a flag.
Making sure there. So I think Beecham is basically saying that, hey man, I got spun. I need to,
It's my spot.
back in my spot for sure. But Donovan Beecham, a little bit update on his story. He not too long just had got home recovering from a home incident where he was burned very badly. So he has recovered, had a very bad burn that he had suffered with, and he's out here racing in the A main of the Zap Racing Hornets division, and he is out here and he's doing well. So glad to see Beecham out here racing, and just these front wheel drives with the type of steering that they have, it is actually hard to spin these cars out. It's not like they can just take it in there like a late model, loop it around. Explain a little bit further on that, Mike.
Yeah, so these cars are front wheel drive, and pretty much where you're going to point the tires and throttle up is the direction that you're going to go, and that's why these guys are able to kind of simulate and play bumper cars and not spin out in front of the whole field like Wayne said. So they can save these things relatively easy. As you see here on the replays, it gets hung up by the 84, and the 84 just stays on him all the way to the corner. Nice save there, the big boy. He did. Flipped her all the way around in front of the field.
He was in there dealing blackjack. The hands were moving.
Yeah. And that's why he's able to, though, like when it gets almost halfway around, he can just stand in the throttle and pull it back. You just hang it to the right and pull it all the way back around. If that had been a rear-wheel drive car, he'd just kept on looping.
Yeah, in front of the whole place. Yeah. Took out a whole bunch of cars.
So thank you to Henry Repeating Arms for being the official marketing partner of our instant replay. As each and every time we get a replay of an incident that happens, you will see that right there on the screen. And thank you to Henry and crew. They're down here. They are here in the pits. That Lowman Wheel Modified sitting there in the trailer too, man. So they got a car out here competing.
Really? So they're the ones who build the guns now?
Yes, sir.
That is awesome.
And they are true.
American right there.
I'm talking about, talk to me, brother.
Here we go, Dwayne lined up to take the green.
Yes, sir. Now, we're about to get ready to go at it one more time. We'll give me Brady Gibson Jr., the Kentucky Journey. Straightaway here on the front stretch, so that will be the actual cause of the caution. Saving grace for that car, man.
I believe that's Corey Crispin, the 17X out of Walford, Iowa. Turned around, headed in the wrong direction on the exit turn 4. And the VP Racing Fuels caution will wave once again.
That was a rack and stack them there. A leader, most of the time they're going to fire at the XR. They kind of drug them down to right outside of the second to last dirt on. Then he fired, so everybody was ready to go, go, go. And he sets the pace.
Yes, sir.
We're still looking to see that big rematch between the Widowmaker of John Wyndham and Brandon Gibson Jr. because they are up there and they're up front. Brandon Dalton, who's been extremely fast over the last couple of nights as well, got him a couple preliminary night wins. He's up there, but how about Jake Benishek? We ain't talked about him. He's already up to 4th.
Just slowly creeping up through there. He's been one of the top cars all week as well.
Absolutely. The defending champion of the Dark Side Promotions Fall Bash. That's where I'm headed back home, Tipton, Iowa. Cedar County Raceway will be doing the 6th annual Dark Side Promotions Spring Fling. Timmy and the gang watching back home, the Dark Side Promotions World Headquarters, the Cheesecake capital of the world. You can catch up with us next Friday and Saturday night at Tipton International Speedway, the Dark Side Promotions Spring Fling. Jake Benishek will be there with that 5 car, I'll guarantee you.
Go the Henry Repeating Arms instant replay of how that happened. The 17, basically 2 separate incidents right there. Full straight calamity.
Yeah, can't describe it. In the back of somebody busted a radiator, and then the other one goes down the infield, and liquid everywhere.
That 17C, I seen a lot of fluid coming out of that car once he started to spin, so something broke on that machine right there in the middle of the corner. Thank you again to Henry Repeating Arms for these replays. We get a whole other view. Lights are out, everyone. All right, that big boy. Well, I don't know how that's going to do that 46 is.
I've seen some stuff go down that is not going to be one of them. West White says, no, that's a fast Kowalski. Back her down, let's try to get her. Bucky's on the ground.
Yes, sir.
He would never.
No, he would never.
Oh, man.
Caution light's officially going to go out as we give it one more shot. We'll work with 13 laps remaining here on a 30 lap, the Distance A main feature event for the fabulous Flying 4 Cylinders.
Fabulous.
Yes. It's getting better.
Yes, sir.
I'm adding adjectives.
See, you don't want to got the great English, right?
Oh, you know, big contact here. All the fields that go back green.
What are we doing? We're going to try this. Wesley says it's going to cover me.
show. So it looks like RPO is going to make it down the pit road here as we watch on our VP Racing yellow flag, and he makes that hard left turn there, big boy.
Heading on in pit side, he'll get a gander from the crew. He rolls her down in. Yeah, they're fired up. Give it a look, see what it's all about. We work the lineup, getting squared away, racked and stacked. It'll be a Delaware double file. Wait. Dixie double file restart as we come back to it.
So,
Leader's out front by himself. Second place has the choice whether to fire off from the inside or the outside of the first double file row. And that dictates everybody's going on back. Dixie double file restart.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure out what. I think they have to be in a certain pit box to pit.
Well, that's the rules, man. This is NASCAR, ain't it?
Yeah, they're definitely down here trying to get this thing jacked up so putting their route rear off for RPO. Still got 8 laps to go. We can probably pick up a good 7 spots.
If they get a better jack, they'd have the thing done already.
Well, they had to find it. It was like buried in the back of the golf course.
You know what? Things happen.
They ain't wasting no time. Lights are out.
You're going to single file.
Definitely single file starts from this point on with 8 laps to go. Coming out of turn 4. Shaggy.
Good thing is that's going to give the lightning fast Yoder team a chance to finish up that right rear repair or engine overhaul or whatever they're doing down there. And that hot rod and give him a chance to stay on the lead lap, which was incredibly important here in the 4-cylinder division.
Of course, Koopman made his way down there to pit road as well, and they're taking the hood off of that machine, so that's not a good look for Koopman. And the 9-seat Nate Koopman sitting down there, so they're taking the hood off that machine, and they're going to work. Hopefully it's nothing terminal, but when they pull down pit road, they take that hood off. That's
not
a
good.
bad sign.
That guy there just walked up with a flashlight. That is never a good sign.
No, that's never a good sign.
No, sir. Cowboy's on the scene. He's going to throw the hook on the 221 Donovan Beecham, get that car rescued off the concrete on into the infield so we can rack and stack the trot again. 7 laps remain here in the 4-cylinder 500. You can laugh, it's fine. Go ahead, Mike.
I just love it, guys. It's just fun with you guys announcing this Hornet stuff.
If you can't have fun, what can you have?
Got a replay up there. He's just, he got some issues coming through 3 and 4 smoking.
Now, just based off the impact here on the Henry repeating arms instant replay, here it goes. He was already up. Something was curved, the back end hit on the front stretch, and it looks like he just gave up as soon as he got into the front wall.
Yeah, that's generally where I would give up too, right? You know, when you can't move anymore and you're locked up against concrete, that's a good time to stop.
Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
He was running good too. He came to the Conti. Starting the back, got to the top 7. Man.
Still just 7 laps to go.
Got our front runner 46 over here. He's not moving.
Brody Rivest coming to a complete stop in turns number 3, and they have brought out the big Tonka toy to give him a little push, see if he can get it started up and going, and there they go pushing him off just as we're watching it on the screen. Donovan Beecham, the 221, and once it's on the hook, it's pretty much done. So they're going to take him back to the infield to his crew. Or if y'all don't know, on the back stretch, when the car's basically totally done, and it has to be assisted back to their pit, to the outside pit area, they have to sit there for the rest of the night until the end of the entire show. Then they will take those really bad damaged cars back to their pit area and get them squared away. So, just a little tip.
Yeah, at that point, they're not in much of a hurry. They can wait. Got to get the rollback out. That takes time.
Right there in the show.
Yeah. Get the best seat in the house.
So their knuckles. Did you know that a giraffe
He's counted a giraffe's neck bones.
They don't teach us that in Tennessee.
Man, that's, you can Google it. That